Last year at Christmas, many of us were separated from our loved ones as we navigated a pandemic that had turned our lives upside down.
And while we're not out of the woods, vaccines have allowed us to once again celebrate the holidays together. But one family in Somerset will be separated again this year because of a different reason: leukemia.
16-year-old Alex Rogers has been fighting since he was diagnosed in April. Now, a beautiful display near their home is reminding them they're not alone. We introduce you to superhero Alex in tonight's Small But Strong. Patton Ave in Somerset is lit up by this annual display put on by the Hill family every year. Bright, sparkling, full of cheer, just like its newest addition, superhero Alex.
Alex drove by in the car, but he got to meet Santa, and he saw his face, and he just felt like a celebrity.
Cassie's partner Beth adopted Alex when he was just an infant. Born premature and with Down syndrome, Alex has always had to battle the odds, but he's done it with a smile. A ball of energy who loves wrestling, his siblings, and Danny DeVito. But last April, they learned another curveball was being thrown their way: leukemia. Through months of treatments, Cassie says Alex battled like a true superhero. His self-proclaimed superpowers: kindness and hope.
The day he got admitted to the hospital, the nurses commented that he was flexing his muscles and dancing while they were hooking him up to IVs. That's Alex in a nutshell.
They thought they'd get to spend Christmas together as a family since Alex's treatments were winding down, but cancer had other plans. Alex is now back in the hospital receiving immunotherapy, and he'll need a bone marrow transplant. Cassie says his positivity and the ongoing support from the community has kept their spirits bright.
There's no easy way to go through any of this, and things like this just make it a little bit more bearable.
Here you go, Alex.
Oh my gosh.
That and the dozens of cards arriving at Alex's hospital room every day.
Alex, all those cards are for you?
Yes.
Alex loves getting mail, so they put out the call on his Facebook page for Christmas cards to brighten up the hospital room.
Here's a map that we're coloring in. As we get the cards, you can see they have Alex's face.
Superhero Alex!
Each card's unique, and it just helps. It helps so much. We've saved every single card.
And as those lights shine bright on Patton Ave, so does Alex's message to all of us this holiday season.
He told me he just wants people to hear his Christmas story of hope. And I said, you know, well, what is your Christmas message of hope? And he's like, it's going to be okay. Everything's okay. I'm going to be well.
It's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay.
Yes.
Cassie and Beth will be hosting a virtual drive in the coming weeks to find Alex a bone marrow match. For information on that and how to send Alex a card, just head to WPRI.com. Back when he was in the hospital in April, he also asked for cards for his birthday and just in general, and they had a huge response. So Christmas cards just seemed like the obvious choice now that he's unfortunately back in the hospital.
Yeah, and the map, I mean, he's gotten them from all over the place.
So they have that map from all over the country. They also have a separate map of Massachusetts to fill out all the towns of Massachusetts. So again, we have the address where you can send a card to Alex. He loves the homemade ones. A lot of people include a special note to him.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Great
really
story.
brightening him up.
Great story.